Hello, students. It's Toby Clowers. Today we're going to go first off right with the weather. Have you noticed it outside? Check in.
Here's today's weather report. Looks like there's going to be a chance of rain Monday and a thunderstorm Wednesday, but the rest of the week looks good.
Don't worry so much about the weather. Worry about how to study, when to study, where to study, and maybe even some studying tips. Now here's our new segment, Studying Tips.
To prepare for college, you need to have a few studying tips to help you. Do shorter intensive studying. Doing a long study session doesn't help you in memorizing the information and instead just burns you out. Alternatively, you should do multiple short sessions of one subject at a time. Keep a schedule. In order to do these short lessons effectively, you need to create a schedule of when you should do them and keep track of them. By doing so, it will help implement a regular study lesson in your daily life. Study where you study best. When you are studying, you need to work in an environment where you can adequately focus and study, whether that be a library, cafe, or even a bookstore. All you need to do is work where you work best. Quiz yourself. Quizzing yourself is one of the most important strategies in studying. Quizzing yourself can help you memorize the material and make connections by actively engaging your brain. Make connections. As you are learning the material, you need to connect concepts between the information you are studying. By making these connections, you can teach yourself and explain the subject
Something else
matter.
that might be able to help you with studying. Do you guys ever wonder what happens behind the scenes of some of our famous shows here at Terrell High School, such as the Tigerette Show or the theater plays? Well, now our intro with Mr. Davis, the technical director here at Terrell High School. So let's get into it.
Mr. Davis is the technical director for the drama department. Mr. Davis, what made you want to pursue a career in the technical drama department?
Well, I used to want to act, and then as soon as I started doing backstage stuff, it just clicked, and that's what I wanted to do. So as soon as my first show that I did was Fly Rail on a musical, and I loved it, and I've been doing it ever since. So sophomore year of my high school year.
A lot of people say that you strive for professionalism in your program. Is that true?
Definitely. We've got a professional theater, so we treat it like a professional theater. We treat the people that work here, which are all our students, just like professional techs.
What would you say to future students coming into the program?
You gotta love theater to be able to be in it. This is one of those that you gotta love it if you're gonna do it.
In recent shows that you've done, what do you think probably one of your favorites has been?
Well, we just did Clue. Clue was a really good show. And then the other show off the top of my head was Little Shop of Horrors a couple of years ago. That was a very fun show as well.
And last question, Mr. Davis, how long have you been here and how long do you intend to stay?
I've been here 18 years. I tell everyone I came with the building, so I'm here when the building first opened, and I plan to retire here. So the rest of my, profession.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you.
You like that interview? Well, now here's our senior interview.
I'm wallowing in my own isolation. First off, what is your dream job? I'd say my dream occupation would probably be something along the lines of, well, if I was to take up a career in occupational therapy, I'd probably just go ahead and attend to whatever patient or subject would actually be willing to visit me at the time.
What are some hobbies that you have outside of school?
Well, besides the usual, I'd probably have to go with something along the lines of video games, narrative analysis, and also occasionally just dabbling in nearly any creative medium.
Nice. What are your thoughts on salamanders?
Well, depending on their traditional region, I'd probably have to go with the baseline salamander, aka the one with the traditionally gray but also darkened hue maybe inside, the one that tends to shed more often than not.
Favorite TV show series?
At this point in time, I'd probably have to go with either BoJack Horseman or something else. Let's just stick with that.
What is your favorite food?
Your soul.
What is your favorite place in anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world, I'd probably have to soar all the way to the highest highs. That way they can get to my absolute favorite place, the Eiffel Tower.
Final question, Stephen. What fictional character do you relate most with, and why?
Okay?
Why?
Because masks.
Because we wear them all the time?
More or less.
Amazing.
Got nothing to do over spring break? Here are some of our special events going on. Get out there, maybe go.
Good morning, Tail Tigers. Considering the underlying but ever so infectious energy permeating throughout our campus in anticipation for a certain seasonal equinox, this week is surely shaping up to be quite the eventful one. So let's see if we can dive into this week's schedule. In light of a rather scant social season, spring break is slated to commence on March 12th, serving as a lengthy period of downtime from the current schedule. Speaking of schedules, this week the Lady Tigers softball division is slated to participate in a home game against Brownsboro with active events scheduled on March 12th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., naturally transitioning towards the THS boys and girls soccer division, as they uphold the Tiger Pride in a home game against Maybank situated in the Memorial Stadium on March 12th from 9 a.m. to 12:15 p.m., accompanied by the Upper Tiger baseball divisions, as they partake in a series of competitive matches in the North Forney tournament, scheduled to take place on March 11th, March 12th, and March 17th, respectively. If you're interested in brushing up on any of the current athletic events, make sure to visit the Terrell ISD homepage for any questions or concerns. And that concludes our events for this week. See you around.
Here we go. It's that time again, college acceptance. Students, congratulate these students when you see them in the hallways right now. College acceptance. Thank you, students, so much for watching. Remember, like I always say, keep your mask up, follow COVID protocols, and we will see you after spring break. Have a good one.